Harden now pushing LeBron for MVP.
You know, Skip, I always had Harden in the MVP discussion because he was playing so well. I mean, he's running away. I mean, what is he? He's probably over 11 assists per game right now. And, you know, he's still giving you 26, 27 a night, 11 assists, get your double-digit rebounds. It's probably like 7 rebounds a game now. So for me, he was always in the MVP discussion. And because Joel Embiid is hurt and is going to probably miss 2 to 3 weeks, Skip, I think that injury has taken Joel Embiid out of the MVP discussion. I just don't know if you, especially in a shortened season, you can miss as many games as he's going to miss and still be in the MVP discussion. So right now, I mean, James Harden is right there with LeBron. I mean, I think it's because they're winning and the Lakers are winning. Now, Jokic has been phenomenal also. I just don't know, Skip, if right now I think they're in the 7th seed. So maybe a little higher than that, but it's been touch and go, but Jokic has been phenomenal. The question that I have and the question that I've had for the longest, are you only going to give James credit for what he's doing in Brooklyn, or are you going to hold what he did in Houston against him? And that's what the voters, only the voters, I don't have a vote, Skip, so only they can answer that question. Because if you're going to give him credit for the wins in Brooklyn, you also have to give him credit for the losses in Houston. And also, what happens when KD comes back? I don't know if we've ever seen a guy win the MVP as the second best player on his team. Have we ever seen that before, Skip? I don't know if we have. Do you believe? Now, you say KD is the best player on the planet. Now, KD's on the Brooklyn Nets.
He's also on the bench.
So do you plan on him being there for the rest of the year?
I don't know. They're saying at least two more weeks. So he's got a torn hamstring. So he's in the Embiid category. He's out of any MVP consideration, obviously. When he comes back, if he could get back to 100%, would he be the best player on the planet? Yes, he would. But will he get back? It sounds like we're still maybe a month away from him coming back.
Yeah, I'm surprised, Skip. I thought it said strained hamstring. I guess that's the term that nobody wants to use. Nobody used pulled hamstring. Skip, when you covered the league and I played it, he pulled his hamstring. Now it's just a strain. When good strain.
I just don't like that T word, tear.
Yeah.
If it's torn, if it's got a big old tear in it, because it sounds like that's what's going on here.
For him to miss that kind of time, it had to have a small tear in it, Skip. You don't miss he's out a month now. It's a month he's been out, and you say 2 more weeks. So, yes, James Harden is in the MVP discussion. He's been in the MVP discussion now for about the better part of a month, and I don't think he's going anywhere because whether it's with KD or it's with KD and Kyrie, he's been sensational. He's the driving force. He's going to be the reason they win this thing, Skip, because his passing, because he finds Joe Harris when, damn, I didn't even know Joe Harris was still on the court. He's still getting he's still shooting foul shots. He's still getting to the line. Yes, Skip, he's smack dab in the middle of this MVP race.
Wow. Shannon Sharpe is on his best behavior on today's show. He is shockingly objective. He is enlightened. He is telling the truth. He is speaking the bottom of his heart, which is always the right part of his heart. And you just admitted that James Harden has at least pulled even with LeBron James in the MVP race. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he's right there. He's right there with him.
Right there, pulled even. I concur. Because now James Harden has played 18 games in Brooklyn with no Kevin Durant. They're 14-4 without Kevin Durant. You can say that diminishes the magnitude of Kevin Durant. It actually just enhances the magnitude of the most gifted offensive player I've ever seen. Yep. I've just never seen anything like this. Is pure genius on display night after night after night. He is toying with the competition. He has the game on a string, and he is distributing just as well as he is scoring.
Skip, the thing that why he can do this, he's used to being a solo act. He's used to not having KD. He's used to not having Kyrie. So this is not new to him.
But he will involve Kyrie, no problem.
Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
I'll get you. Because he's averaging, to your point, he's running away with
ain't nobody
the assist
catching it. Ain't nobody catching this, Skip. It's over.
He's averaging 11 a game. So, to your point, he has an early season stain on his record.
Yep.
He quit his way out of Houston. He had one huge game at Portland that we raved about.
44-17, the first game.
Whew. And then he said, that's enough. I just wanted to show everybody I'm still okay. I can still do this even fat. I got my little pot belly, but it doesn't bother me.
It don't bother me at all, yeah.
And then he quit his way out of Houston, and they shipped him where he wanted to go to Brooklyn, which is killing Deshaun Watson right now because he's thinking, if he could do that, I got to be able to do that. And he goes up there, and since he went to Brooklyn, he's averaging 25, 9, and 11. And in his last 13 games as a Brooklyn Net, he's 29, 10, and 11, which is called a triple-double. So for 13 straight games, he's averaging a triple-double. And there have been 2 games with no KD and Kyrie, neither one of them, in which James Harden has pulled off impossible comebacks. Right. At Phoenix. Is Phoenix any good?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good.
Number 2 in the West.
Okay. When he went to Phoenix with no KD and no Kyrie, they fell behind by 24. And I was watching the game saying they just quit.
Right.
They quit because they said, well, we don't have 2 of our big 3, so that's enough. Let's just take this night off. And James said, no, I got this.
Right.
And he never looks like he's playing that hard, but he does play full.
Right.
Listen, you want to talk about a baller? He plays high minutes.
Skippy played 42 minutes last night.
But it seems effortless.
Yes.
He doesn't look like he's in the greatest shape.
Right.
It doesn't look like the greatest body. It's kind of a mismatched body he's got kind of a bigger upper
body
torso with a little skinny legs. And he's just
cooking folks.
Just cooks everybody. So they're down 24 at Phoenix, and he brings them all the way back to win by 4.
Yeah.
Is that good? Yeah. How about last night in Indiana? I have respect for Indiana.
Yeah.
They got Karis LeVert back. You guys didn't have to deal with Karis LeVert when obviously he came back from his cancer growth that he had removed. So he's back full force for Indiana.
Right.
And they fall behind right out of the box. They fall behind by 16 points. They're down 43-27. And there's no KD and no Kyrie. And what did James say?
Just took it over.
I got this. In the 4th quarter last night at Indiana, James scored 14 points with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Well, for most ordinary players, that's a good game.
That's a good half. That's definitely a good half, Skip.
14, 6, and 4? Yeah. Really? Okay. And that was the 4th quarter, and every time Indiana made a run, by the way, they're down 2, Brooklyn down 2 going to the 4th at Indiana, and they kept pulling away, and every time Indiana made another run, if we could see what James would do, he would just toy with them. He'd just say, no, I got this. Here he goes. He just says, I'll just go all the way to the cup. I don't know why nobody can stop that, but he is getting to the rim faster than it. Look at this. Look at this.
Can't let him get to that dominant hand. You can't let him get to his left.
And then this is the coup de grace. Here's Malcolm Brogdon trying to.
Who's a good defender.
He's just D'ing him up. He's D'ing him up through the legs, between the legs. Goodbye. And guess who that was? Miles Turner comes to challenge him. That's 7 feet of challenge. And he floats it right over him. And look at Kyrie. He's out of his mind over on the bench saying, that's too good. That is just too good. Those 3 baskets came with 3 minutes left, and then a couple of minutes left, and then 35 seconds left. And it was just like, no. Yeah. I got this. So I look at what he's doing. He's shooting a career-high 38% from 3, and he's always near 90 from the free throw line. He's 87%. And do I need to bring up LeBron's at 36.5% from 3?
37, round up.
Okay, well, it's 36.5.
We round up. We've always rounded up 0.5 or above, Skip.
And free throws, he's 69.6. Okay, I'll round up to 70. But that's still not 87%.
What we shoot from the floor? We're 50% from the floor?
But you always are, because you're the greatest driver of the basketball there ever was. You can just bully people to the rim. He can't bully people, but he can just blow by anybody. I don't know how he does it, but he just does. You're 6'9", he's 6'5".
Skip, I mean, the thing is with James, if he gets the step back going,
and by the way,
at his mercy.
He didn't shoot it very well. He was 2 of 9 last night.
But you're still so concerned about it, Skip, because, he starts that herky-jerky. You're like, okay, he about to go. And then, no, he's not going. And the next thing you know, he's by you and he's letting the floater up or he's kissing it off the glass. And the minute you try to back up off him, he steps back and he shoots the 3 on you. So you're really at his mercy. And got you, like I said, 14 more attempts last night. He made 12 of them. Whew. He's got it going like this. It doesn't matter who he's playing with, because he's done this for the last 7.5 years while he was in Houston, basically playing a lot by himself, with the exception of Chris Paul and Russ. Other than that, he didn't really have great offensive weapons like a Kyrie and a KD beside him. So he used to going it solo. As a matter of fact, he probably prefer it. He knows those guys are coming back, but he's like, man, You got me some shooters. You got Joe Harris. You got Shannon. You got TLC around me. I'm good. You guys space the floor.
So you know what you and your man LeBron need to hope for? That KD comes back sooner than later, because if he'll come back, it will diminish James' MVP case, right?
We don't
Because
want
if he has Kyrie and KD, then you'll say, well, okay.
Skip, we're going to do what we do. We don't worry about him. James is going to do what he do.
Well,
but we got this tonight. Watch what we do tonight. You know what we do tonight. Who owns that team in Charlotte?
Guess where Charlotte was last night? Charlotte had to play at Denver. The schedule is rigged for you again.
Man, hold up.
This is a gift.
What about when
it's
we
a
have...
gift.
Hold
So
on.
I know what's going to happen. LeBron will be up 20 in the fourth quarter, and he'll make 2 threes from the logo with 2 minutes left and 1 minute left to put them up 25 and 28 points.
Why you don't say anything when we play back-to-back? Did we not just play back-to-back?
Well, sort of.
What you mean, sort of?
Well, you blew out Golden State. LeBron took 2 late threes to put you up 28.
And then we had to play again the next night against who? Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minnesota?
Are they not, like you tell me, are they not in the NBA?
They're at the bottom of
They're
the barrel
still
in the
in
West.
the league.
Yeah, they're in the league. I'll give you
Come
that.
on.
Okay, congratulations.
But you know, it's goes to
I
lose.
hear that every
It's goes to
time.
lose.
You need KD back.
We don't need KD to
Yes,
do
you
anything.
or you're going to lose to James Harden because he is special.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.